If you're watching the NBA, you're tuning in to see the best basketball players in the world compete. You're watching thunderous dunks, magician-level dribble moves, and a bombardment of three-point snipes. You're also turning on the TV to watch.
The elbow back to Lowry, now to Ibaka. Thought about it fast, thought about it.
This? Yeah, that's a part of it. Not every play is a do-or-die level of intensity. Sometimes you get moments that leave you scratching your head while having a small chuckle. These are some of the funniest moments in the NBA. Prepare yourself, it's about to get goofy. Starting off, we're going to the king of the game, LeBron James. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, we all know the serious and furious level of play someone like LeBron can have. But in this game against the Orlando Magic, Bron goes for a joke?
Yeah, it was LeBron picked up the lens. Lenses.
Honestly, I'm not totally sure what he's going for, but I still love it. Wendell Carter Jr. gets hit in the face by Dwight Howard trying to save the ball. It nails his playing goggles and causes the lens to pop out. The lens falls by James's feet, and that's when it happens. He looks up, quickly inspects the lens of another man, and decides, yes, these will now go on my face. And this is my favorite part. That's it. LeBron stands at a funny angle, balancing them on his face, and looks around. A simplistic joke made by the GOAT. What could be better? Also, the camera cuts away so we have no proof LeBron gave it back to Wendell. I'm just saying, there's no evidence he got it back. They might be in his trophy case now next to his MVPs. Do you know who has neither MVPs nor another man's lenses? Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Also, please be honest in the comments if you didn't already know that fun trivia fact. It gets a lot of people, trust me. I've used it multiple times with friends. No, KCP will not go down as an MVP, but will go down as one of the few players to get rejected by the side of the backboard.
KCP drives baseline and the ball just came out of his hand.
It's not every day you see a player rise for a dunk like that while at the same time forgetting where they are on the court. Kentavious, you're on the baseline. No right-handed dunks. To be fair, this was his time with the Wizards. So where was he before that? On the Lakers with LeBron, aka the goofball of the century. We should just be lucky the backboard didn't drop its goggles, or else KCP might have followed his old leader.
2 years.
Although, sometimes you should just be lucky you even hit the backboard, because on his own home floor, Giannis Antetokounmpo had quite an interesting brick. The Greek freak is running in transition right toward an empty lane. Middleton finds him the ball, and Giannis lets off the gas just too early. The two-time MVP decided, you know what? I've been a little too strong lately, a little too forceful. I'm gonna showcase my gentle touch. I don't think his body fully understood the gentle assignment, because he gracefully misses the layup, but then clambers down onto the floor afterward. Sitting on the ground panting and realizing what he had just done, he symbolically passed the torch to the current two-time MVP, Nikola Jokic, who was trailing him and grabbed the rebound. That's a joke. I understand Giannis is not done. But hopefully he's done nailing people in the head with the ball like he did here to James Harden.
Antetokounmpo gonna try and back down. Oh, and he hit Harden in the head.
In this play, Giannis is backing down PJ Tucker with the Houston Rockets. He tries to hit a pass to Malcolm Brogdon in the corner for the three, but instead whips it right into the beard. And here's the added kicker. After Harden falls to the ground, the ball ends up bouncing over right back to Giannis. This time the Buck manages to find his teammate instead of another casualty, and Ilyasova sinks the triple. Harden gets back and seems a bit dazed, but maybe this is karma for not always being the most aware defender. If he was closer to Brogdon standing in the corner, instead of Giannis destroying his face, he could have gotten an easy steal, or at least protected his head. Or maybe it would have been hopeless, because Harden seems like he might just have a ball magnet for a face.
Worried about the contact. Harden just lost the man. Oh, and then
In this play against the Pelicans, the game is tied, and James is looking for a last-minute bucket before halftime. Harden does what Harden does. And when it looks like he won't have enough time, he tries to catch a foul against Josh Hart. But he doesn't get it. Something at the time the Rocket had grown quite accustomed to receiving. In a moment of frustration, Harden launched the ball at the floor, which sent it right back at him. Harden is so mad he doesn't even flinch. He just walks away like nothing happened. But don't worry, nothing gets past Josh Hart. Hart embodies every kid that is watching another one have a meltdown during a Little League game, and then has to shrug it off remembering it's not his problem. Harden may have slipped when it came to keeping his cool, But at least he didn't slip to the level this next player did. Steph Curry is the best shooter in the history of the league. He stays in constant motion, always hunting his shot. So when the Warriors are up by 36 to the Lakers, I guess Curry put on cruise control and started spacing off.
Here's Curry off the steal. And look out!
Steph gets an easy steal from a pass and is off to the races all on his own. But that cruise control metaphor was no joke. Curry hydroplanes inside the paint before he can get an easy layup. He's forced to scramble up while longtime teammate Iguodala picks up the ball. But it keeps getting worse. Iggy tosses the ball to Curry for the easy three, just to completely airball. I think that slip might have loosened some screws up there in the old noggin, because his muscle memory shot disappears from reality. Following the mishaps, we have some continued ugly basketball from both sides losing the ball until the Lakers score and Steph can finally go sit down for a second. Clearly he needs to take a pit stop and get his tires switched out. But for DeAndre Jordan, I don't think any amount of tire rotation could fix this mishap.
Gets it off, banks it up and out, halfway down.
Back when Lob City was the talk of LA, the Clippers had only 3 seconds to beat the Trailblazers. CP3 gets inbounded the ball and does a quick move to get his shot off. He just misses, but luckily DeAndre Jordan gets the ball. Look, he got the rebound. And now he's just, standing there? Oh my God, he thinks the game is over. DJ confuses the shot clock buzzer for the overall game clock, signaling the game is over. In reality, the big man had 0.7 of a second to get a quick putback and seal the game. All frustration is being channeled through Paul's spastic movements to put the shot up and get the win. Of course, the point guard who knows every rule in the game book was completely aware of the situation. CP3 got OKC crucial free throws because Jordan Bell didn't tuck in his jersey. No way would he get confused by a shot clock buzzer. The same cannot be said for DeAndre. We close on him walking away from the situation. Overtime is on the way, and everyone on the Clippers is mad, an emotion that seemed to follow the team throughout.
The NBA.
Hello everyone. What is Kyle Lowry doing? Can someone please take over the mic and explain what is even happening here? It would appear that Lowry is going for the classic move, driving nutmeg, where you dive through the opponent's legs but fall because you remember that it's not a move and in fact completely made up. George Hill also looks completely fed up with the shenanigan. He throws his hands up and starts walking to the other side of the court. The Bucks get the ball while Nick Nurse is trying to quickly legitimize the driving nutmeg to the official. It's not a basketball play, Nurse. Just the worst WWE finishing move you've ever heard of. Oh, James, you're back.
Steal and the dunk. Oh, he missed it!
You must be trying to take the goofy crown from LaGoggles James, being on here for a third time. It appears you have dunked the ball and somehow got it to spin all the way back above the hoop and bounce off the rim. That's weird, but a very cool trick shot. Nothing I like more than busting out the around-the-world dunk after completing a driving nutmeg in a pickup game. Yes, I actually have done that, okay? Anyways, this wild dunk by Harden doesn't get counted because it fools half the crowd, players, and most importantly, the officials. They're too early in the game to auto-review, but D'Antoni is fuming, yelling about how that should be a counted bucket. Mike, chill, man. Remember you have Harden on your team, the ball magnet of a face under that beard. It must be that magnetism that's all off. Do you remember the days you could wave a magnet in front of an older computer? You'd move it around and watch the screen kind of turn fuzzy and glitch out. Well, that's what's happening here with Colin Sexton.
Toward the elbow, back to Lowry, now to Ibaka. Thought about a pass, thought about a shot.
Someone in the crowd is waving a magnet around in his line of vision, and he is freaking out. To be fair, it's the kid's rookie season, so every place is a new test on basketball instincts. In this case, Sexton came in known as the ferocious one-man army. So when he gets split between an open Serge Ibaka and Powell in the corner, waiting for that one last pass around the arc, where do you send your troops? Sexton's answer was to freeze and try to be ready for either scenario, hence the incredibly quick jabs and absolutely wild eyes. It's such an intense and silly movement, I can't help but laugh even 2 years later. And that's what I hope to provide you guys with today. Whichever time you're watching this, these clips never get old. If you like these, I'd also highly recommend clicking our video of a collection of the coldest moments in the NBA. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know who you're going to trick with that KCP trivia fact in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.